Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Virgo, in today's reading, I'm definitely going to give you one card from the Archangel Michael, one card from the Denise Lynn Traveling, Sacred Travelers deck, and then your reading. So just be very careful. I just wanted to say, you wherever you're at, just be very safe, very careful. Don't take any chances, especially right now that we're going through a Mercury retrograde. Really be careful on all your decisions, okay? I am definitely praying for everyone to be safe, to have peace in their heart, okay? There may be a lot of stuff going on around you or whatever, but please, 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 please be safe, okay? All right, so here we go. Virgo, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. See what Archangel Michael has to say to you. This is for Virgo spirit for their highest good. This is for Virgo. And he says, someone new is coming. Wow, nice. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and your heart so your happiness can enter your life. Definitely. I feel like Archangel is telling you that it's time for somebody new to come into your life, and definitely somebody is on your path. So whether it's a relationship or, just a friend relationship, or even just in a very, it could be your next person to be involved in or something, just be on the lookout for that, because I feel like he's sending you something. He's sending you someone for something. Wow, nice. And then one here from here. And this one says, wow, traveling lightly. Simplify your life. Yes, 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 yes. Try not to make things too hard. Just do what you got to do and then go, okay? Do what you got to do and then just go. And this also goes with everything that's going on right now. Just go with the flow. Just take what you need, and don't try to make things harder. Don't try to, just go with the flow. I feel like you just got to make things more simpler in your home and what you're doing, because right now is not the time to be like, but you got to be really careful with things, okay? So, let's see what's going on in your reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Virgo spirit. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. All right, Virgo. All right. One for the current. This is for Virgo for their highest good. One for the situation. One for the past or now. One for the what's hidden. One for the hopes and the fears. Put this over here. For what you need to do now. What you need to work on. And the outcome. Wow. Okay. So definitely there is a decision coming through for you. Definitely trying to figure things out and what you're going to do next. Wow. And then it's even here. I feel like you're trying to make some kind of plans also here. So it's very nice. Feel like you're definitely making plans, but you really need patience for everything that's going on. Really you'll find your way. I feel like you're going to find your way, and you will make those plans. Very nice. And you also have the Temperance card at the end. They're asking you to really try to keep everything balanced, and I think everything will for you. Just make sure you're eating well, sleeping well, vice versa, keeping yourself safe. Also, too, with the Ten of Swords here, I do feel like things are coming to an end. There's something that's in your life that's very up and just keeps being a thorn on your side. Whatever it is, obstacle, career, changes, they're coming through. Okay, so just know that things are going to come through for you. But it's a lot. So there's an ending. There's changes. You're deciding on things. You're making a lot of plans here. Let's see what's going on in your reading. You start off with the Strength card. Strength card is definitely talking about finding your strength in everything, no matter what, having patience, learning from the lessons that were here that you have been going through, or anything that has been happening, really learning from that and just going forward, leaving the past behind, finding your courage. So we're going to find out why all these cards are here. You also have the 10 of Wands here. with the situation. You're very overwhelmed with a lot of things that are going on in your life right now, and not only just your life, but the life around you. My goodness, it's a lot. You could be doing too much, could be having a lot on your shoulders right now. You do have the Lover's card for the pastor now. I do feel like there is some kind of there is a person that's going to be very close to you. Maybe there's a relationship that you are it's conspiring, or like it's going to come in. Like there's something here about that. But I do believe though that with the Lover's card, there's a decision here also, and really for you to trust the process on everything that's going to come through. You do have the Wheel of Fortune here. Very nice card. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about the wheel is turning in your favor. It's in what's hidden. It's talking about your luck is changing for the better. You have accomplished a lot of things in your life, and there's things that are going to come to an end definitely, because you do have the Ten of Swords here, and in this end of tarot, and then at the end of the tarot deck. So there's like a cycle closing, but a new one's going to come in definitely. These are little phases and chapters in our lives that we're coming through. Very nice. You do have the Six of Pentacles here for the outcome. I mean, for the hopes and fears. Six of Pentacles is talking about you being very generous, helping others, helping other people. Or there could be somebody coming in to help you also. Very nice. You do have the Knight of Wands here. Knight of Wands is talking about that you are definitely moving forward no matter what. You will move forward. Just really be careful on how you're doing things, okay? Try not to move too fast into something and really quick. Really think about things. Do have the Seven of Cups here for the for what you need to work on. That is a decision that you are definitely trying to make. You're contemplating a lot right now, trying to figure out things. Really be real about everything that you're doing, okay? Be realistic about, everything. Take your time with things. Don't rush into anything. And then you have the Three of Swords here for the end. For the end of the tarot deck. For the outcome, I do feel like there's going to be a lot of sadness coming through, Virgo. So maybe you're going to be sad about something, or you could also be going through a healing. Well, we're going to see more with the cards. The healing, really letting go of the past. Also trying very hard to let go of that past. So let's see what's going on, Virgo. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Virgo. Virgo. Why is the Strength card here for Virgo? Wow, look at that. That's very nice, very interesting. Okay. So I do feel like you're reminiscing about a lot. There could be somebody coming back from the past with the Six of Cups here. They're asking you to find your strength and your courage to remember that everything that has happened, that remember all the lessons that you had to go through in order to, that if this person comes back, this is for somebody, I don't know who is this for, but if somebody comes back, remember the lessons that you've learned from the past, okay? That the lessons that you had to go through because of this particular person, okay? So just be careful on how you're doing things. For everyone else, I feel like you got to find, you're needing to find your strength, because you are definitely reminiscing about the past, but like you're definitely going through a healing here with the Six of Cups also. Thinking about childhood memories, thinking about people in your past, people that have passed also. I feel like you're trying your best to let go of the past. Sometimes there are things that you're not really seeing because there are times that you feel very disconnected, or feel like you don't know what else to do. And I feel like you're in that place right now, because with the Four of Cups is here. The Four of Cups shows up. Just means that you could be holding on to the past, or maybe you're not wanting to do something, like maybe you're not wanting to move forward from the past because a lot of things didn't work out before. Like maybe you're like, how you're disappointed, like, okay, well, I'm not going to go this way, or I'm not even going to open that text because so it was from so-and-so and it didn't work last time, and they're asking you to really look at things like, really look at things differently, really focus, you know, that you're still holding on to your heart. You're still like trying to protect your heart from a lot. Okay. Wow. Really find your courage and your strength to let go, because you are definitely going through a healing right now. Um, and also remember, you know, somebody could be coming back from your past. You do have the 10 of Wands here, and why is the 10 of Wands here for Virgo? One more card. Wow, look at that. Nice. So you're definitely moving on to another cycle or a new path here, because I do feel like you have the 10 of Wands here, you have the 10 of Cups, and you also have the 10 of Swords. So you're definitely moving forward. When we receive the 10, it changes back to 1. So you're like moving on, moving forward. You are definitely feeling very overwhelmed right now. You are definitely have a lot on your shoulders. You know, you're carrying the load of everything that's been going on. You know, need to say, you know, the worry, the frustration, you know, what if I can't do this, or what if I can't do that, you know, and it's time to take it easy. I also feel like you could be doing way too much also. So really start setting boundaries on things, and really take your time with things, and be careful on how you're putting too much on yourself. I feel like you need to start taking care of yourself better with this Queen of Cups. I feel like you need to also listen to yourself, like, you know, trust yourself, and listen to your intuition when things happen, okay? When you have to do decisions. But I feel like you're moving towards this 10 of Cups here. This 10 of Cups is talking about, you know, wanting to be happy, wanting to be surrounded by your loved ones, and you will, you know, just have patience for everything, because it's going to come through. Just needing to take care of yourself more, you know, right now, because you do want this and you're moving towards this, but you also need to take care of yourself, okay? Wow, these are beautiful pictures here. It's like they're saying, you know, your cup is overflowing with happiness. You know, you're going to be happy, but you also got to need to start taking care of yourself, Virgo. You do have the Lover's card here, and the Lover's card is definitely talking about, you know, trusting the process on things, you know, making decisions here. So really be careful. I feel like you are definitely going on a new path, but really communicate. Okay, really watch your communication, communicate better. It's all about communicating, you know, and how you're expressing yourself. And I do feel like it's now. You have the Wheel of Fortune for what's hidden, and why is the Wheel of Fortune here? One more card. Wow, look at that. Interesting. So you do have the Ace of Pentacles here. Okay, so remember that your luck is definitely going to change for the better. But you do have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is definitely trying to tell you just to go with the flow. You know, go with the flow. Things are going to change for you. This is a closing of a cycle. So just know that. You're getting ready. Things are getting ready for new things to come in. So just know that also. And your luck is changing for the better. I feel that no matter what, even though that there's been like a lot of anger, frustration, anxiety, you know, no matter what, even if you're going through this, you know, you're still going to have those opportunities, because you have the Ace of Pentacles here. The Ace of Pentacles shows up when you're going to have financial opportunities coming towards you, new opportunities, starting new projects, stuff like that. Also, a new beginning is here, because there's that end of a cycle that's behind here. Okay, so it's really nice. It's very, very nice that no matter what, even though, you know, you're going through all this, you're still going to have that new beginning. So it's pretty nice. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles down here for the hopes and the fears. Six of Pentacles is definitely talking about helping others, or being very generous, or, you know, somebody could be helping you also, but you're paying it forward. You know, I feel like, you know, that there is abundance here coming through for you also. Try not to, I feel like, okay, so this is for somebody out there. Try not to be too greedy with your money, okay? Try not to be like stingy or greedy with your money, like, or be careful on how you're handling your money is what I'm saying, you know. That's better. Be careful on how you're handling your money, you know, and you know, don't be fooled by those that are telling you a sad story when they're really not, okay? Because I feel like that's something here that you need to look at and work on, because there's a lot of people out there that will take advantage of people that are kind and good-hearted. Okay, so really be careful with that. Really be careful on with that six, with the Six of Pentacles. And this is in the hopes and the fear, so be careful with that. Why is the Six of Pentacles here in the hopes and fears? One more card. Wow. Yeah, you have a knowing. You have that knowing. Look at that. You have the Hierophant and you have the High Priestess in both. It's like you know. So use your intuition. Use your intuition. Use that knowing, okay? Because you're not this High Priestess and the Hierophant for no reason. You know, they're asking you to really watch that. But I feel like also too that you are definitely going to be blessed. That there is a blessing coming in. You know, the Hierophant is a teacher, is like, it's almost like it's God, you know, saying, hey, you are definitely being blessed. There's a lot of good things coming towards you, also. Okay, so that's nice. But they want you to trust your intuition on things, your decisions, on how you're doing things, how you're feeling, you know, stuff like that. Really trust the decisions that you're making. Okay. Trust your intuition. Use your inner knowing. You do have the Knight of Wands. And why is the Knight of Wands here for Virgo? One more card. All right. Wow, look at that. So you have the Nine of Wands here in one card, and then you have the Knight of Wands in another. So both of these cards are Knight of Wands. If you can see, they're both on horses. You're definitely moving forward no matter what. You know, you've been feeling like you've been stuck. You've been feeling like, you know, you've been left out in the cold, or, you know, there's nobody around you, alone. You know, you are definitely going to be moving forward no matter what, is what they're saying with this Five of Pentacles. Wow. Try not to let your emotions get too much in the way of what you're doing, okay? Because I do feel like, you know, things are going to move forward for you, and I do feel like you got to just move with it, you know? They're asking you to try something different, to try new things, you know? Don't just stay in the same mode, like, oh, okay, I'm going to get up, I'm going to eat breakfast, I'm going to get coffee, I'm going to go outside, I'm going to come back, I'm going to do this. And it's the same routine over and over. They're asking you to be spontaneous and for you to move forward on that. Okay, because with the Knight of Wands here twice, it's telling you, hey, why don't you try something new? Why don't you try a new craft, a new hobby? You know, maybe go to a, you know, a community thing, you know, something like that is what they're asking you. Because they're saying, you know, maybe you're feeling like that because you're not doing things like that. You know, I feel like you're moving on above this Five of Pentacles, and I feel like that's what they're asking you to do. Like, hey, if you were to try something different, you wouldn't be feeling like this, or you wouldn't be feeling alone or left out in the cold. Wow, nice. You also have the Seven of Cups. And why is the Seven of Cups here? One more card. So with the Seven of Cups, I do feel like you are definitely making some kind of decisions here. You know, if you see her, she's trying to figure out, am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? What do I want to do? Do I want to stay here? Do I want to hold on to this money? Do I want, you know, to just travel? What do I want to do? You know, and this isn't something that you need to work on. And they want you to be realistic with everything. You know, try not to, you know, be like in la la land about when you're making decisions. Okay, especially if it involves you. You know, really be real about everything that you're doing. You know, don't make it complicated. Keep things simple. Okay, Virgo. But definitely, there is definitely a decision that you're contemplating. They want you to really go within and try to clear your mind and be at peace so that you can make clear decisions, especially right now with that retrograde going on. I do feel like there is some kind of partnership or collaboration coming through for you also, and it's like something that you need to work on. I feel like you're going to build something or create something to put out there, and they want you to, and I feel like you're making decisions right now about it. Wow. Also feel like you're being recognized for all your work that you're doing. Everything that you've done, you're being recognized for that. Then you have the Three of Swords here. And why is the Three of Swords for the outcome from a card? Wow. Okay. See, I told you there was an ending here because I saw it at the end of your tarot deck. That's crazy. Okay. So there is going to be some kind of sadness here. Okay. So I'm just going to let you know, be careful on how you're handling everything. So, okay, so there is definitely some kind, your emotions are going to be very high. There's going to be endings here, you know, because you have the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords, there's always an ending. But when there's a Ten of Swords, there's always a new beginning also, because you have a new cycle here. There's a new path here. You know, you're also going through a lot. You're going through a healing. You know, you're reminiscing about the past and about everything. Somebody could be coming back and triggering something off, you know, all your emotions again. But just remember that whatever it is, it's going to come to an end. Things that have been not in your side or in your favor, it's going to come to an end, and you're going to be moving on. Even if the emotions are high, just go with it. You know, let your emotions out. This is how your soul heals from everything that you've been through. And you don't want to carry anything. You want to just let it move forward, okay? I do feel like you're going to have a lot of support no matter what happens. There is support around you. There is good things coming through. And this ending doesn't have to be a bad ending. This ending could be just like something that has been in your side, that has been an obstacle in your life, that you just don't want to deal with it no more. And I feel like you will. I feel like your emotions are just going to go be high and down. And I feel, because you're reminiscing a lot. But I feel like it could be painful also for some of you guys. So just be careful, be alert on that. But there is happiness here. All this healing, everything that's going to come through, there is going to be some kind of happiness. There is going to be some kind of celebration. There is going to be a lot of support around you. Okay, so just know that. Wow. It's a lot, Virgo. All right, Virgo. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. God bless.